Well, communal tensions playing a role in the sudden spike in stress for microfinance lenders. The latest data released by CRIF, High Mark Credit Bureau, shows that stress was highest in Assam in the third quarter. The state had witnessed a lot of tensions in the latter half of the last year. Shefali Malik is here to take us through the details. Shefali, good morning. What does this note say?
Well, this note is primarily talking about the trends in the MFI business for the industry on the whole for the third quarter. And one of the key things that I picked out from the note is what happened in the state of Assam and Northeast on the whole because of the tensions that we saw. To that, they're pointing out that the portfolio at risk in 1 to 30 days past due category for MFI loans in Northeast India were about 10.4% versus 1.9% for India on the whole. So these are early days stress, that is when one borrows and is not able to pay back within 1 to 30 days. So early repayment stress getting visible in the northeastern region, and specifically in Assam there was a very sharp increase in the same category from 2.3% in the second quarter to 16% in the third quarter. So a very sharp increase. And in the portfolio 31 to 180 days past due, the same for the state of Assam increased from 2.8% to 6%. So a sharp increase there as well. Aside of that, for the country on the whole, in the 1 to 30 days category, the same increase from 1.3% to 1.9%. Portfolio at risk in 31 to 180 days category also saw an increase by 40 basis points to 1.5%, whereas for dues for 180 plus days decreased slightly by 10 basis points from 4.5 to 4.4%. So that's the asset quality picture, because remember in last couple of months there have been concerns around over leveraging, and obviously to top it up the Assam tensions that went on. So there were concerns that this will get contagion and this might lead to a huge spike in the asset quality. To some extent it has become visible this time around. And other than that, the positive side was that overall for the nation as a whole, the MFI loans did see a spike up in Q1 and Q2 of this fiscal year. On a sequential basis, the growth was actually tepid, 2.5%, 1.3%. in the 2 quarters. This time around there was a jump, 8.5% growth on a sequential basis and 26.5% in the gross loan portfolio on a YY basis. Disbursements also jumped 22%. However, the concerns of over leveraging also got visible this time around. There has been a consistent increase in the average ticket size and average borrower exposure. So the average ticket size increased by 10% on a YY basis. And aside of that, one data point that amongst all the entities that that give MFI loans, banks continue to dominate. They're still about 40% of the total pie. And when it comes to growth, again in Q1, like I was mentioning, it was 2.7% on a sequential basis, 35% on a YY basis. So from those 35% level, it has come down to 27% in the second quarter and 26.5% in the third quarter. But on a sequential basis, the growth looked better this time with 8.65% growth.